Self-help books can transform lives, but they are not all equal. Some of the most impactful and classic ones are The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz and How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. But here's the thing, which is better for you? Stick around because in this video we'll deconstruct the key messages, strengths, and timeless elements of each, so you can determine which of the two books resonates with you. Let's dive in. First, we read The 4 Agreements, a gem of ancient Toltec wisdom. The 4 principles proposed by this book cover everything you need to reach freedom and happiness. Here they are. Be impeccable with your word. Leave the ego at the door, and don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. Always do your best. They are both with inner transformation and living an authentic life. One of the biggest lessons from Don Miguel Ruiz is understanding the self and personal integrity. Have a toolkit to help you navigate the challenges of life with grace and clarity. But as straightforward as they may sound, following them can change your life. Ruiz's book is less about external achievement and more about breaking free of the societal agreements that keep us from reaching true happiness and being the most authentic versions of ourselves. Now, let's talk about Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. First published in 1936, this book has helped millions of readers become more likable and persuasive. Carnegie offers a practical toolkit for improving interpersonal relationships with advice like: Number 1. Smile more. Number 2. Remember names. Number 3. Listen actively. Number 4. Avoid criticism. Number 5. Talk focusing other person interest. The focus here is on building connections and mastering social skills to achieve success in both personal and professional life. Now, let's dive into the core themes and differences between these two books. The 4 Agreements focuses on personal transformation, inner peace, and authenticity. It's all about how you perceive and interact with yourself and the world around you. On the other hand, How to Win Friends and Influence People is more outward-facing, emphasizing social skills, effective communication, and relationship building. While The 4 Agreements encourages self-awareness and personal integrity, Carnegie's book provides practical tools to navigate social interactions and influence others. Both books share common themes like empathy, understanding, and clear communication, but from different perspectives. So, now that we've seen how The 4 Agreements and How to Win Friends and Influence People differ in their approach, one focusing on internal transformation and the other on external relationships, let's dive a little deeper. Every great book has its strengths, but they're not without their challenges. Let's explore what each of these masterpieces does exceptionally well and where they might fall short. First up, The 4 Agreements. Its greatest strength lies in its simplicity and profound wisdom. The agreements are like ancient mantras. They cut through the noise of modern life and remind us of what truly matters. For example, don't take anything personally. How often do we find ourselves carrying the weight of other people's opinions? Ruiz reminds us that most of what others say or do is a reflection of their own reality, not ours. Just think about how freeing that idea can be. But here's the catch. Its wisdom is more conceptual than actionable. For some, the lack of step-by-step instructions might feel abstract. If you're someone who prefers a detailed plan, you might find yourself asking, but how do I actually implement this? That's where the book's spiritual tone either connects deeply with you or leaves you wanting more. Now let's look at How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you're someone who loves actionable advice, Carnegie's got you covered. Every chapter is packed with practical techniques and real-life examples. For instance, Carnegie doesn't just tell you to listen more. He shows you how listening makes people feel valued. He doesn't just say, remember names. He gives you stories about how that one small habit can create lasting impressions. But here's the flip side. Some of the advice might feel a bit dated, especially in our fast-paced digital world. Also, if you're not careful, you might end up overusing these techniques, making your interactions feel less authentic. While it's a practical guide, it's essential to balance these tools with genuine care and empathy. So, with these strengths and weaknesses in mind, you might be wondering, which book is right for me? Let's break it down even further to help you decide. If you're someone who often feels weighed down by self-doubt, overthinking, or stress, the Four Agreements might be the perfect guide for you. Its focus on inner peace makes it ideal for anyone looking to break free from limiting beliefs and embrace a more authentic, stress-free life. On the other hand, if your goals are more outward-facing, building stronger relationships, advancing in your career, or becoming a better communicator, then How to Win Friends and Influence People is the book for you. Carnegie's strategies can help you connect with people, inspire trust, and achieve your external goals. But here's the beautiful thing. These books don't have to compete. They can complement each other. Imagine combining the emotional freedom of the Four Agreements with the social mastery of How to Win Friends. It's like having a toolkit for both your inner and outer world. Now that we've discussed who these books are best suited for, let's take it a step further. Both the Four Agreements and How to Win Friends and Influence People have inspired countless readers. But how do these lessons translate into real life? Let's look at some examples of how these principles can create tangible change. Applying the Four Agreements. Imagine this: you're at work, and a colleague criticizes your project. Most of us would take it personally, right? It might ruin our day or worse, shake our confidence. But if you've embraced the second agreement, don't take anything personally, you'd see this criticism differently. Instead of reacting emotionally, you'd pause and remind yourself that their feedback reflects their perspective, not your worth. Suddenly, their words lose their power over you. This shift can be incredibly liberating, not just at work, but in every part of your life. Applying How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now let's switch gears. Picture this. You're meeting someone for the first time, maybe at a networking event, or even a casual social gathering. Instead of talking about yourself, you apply Carnegie's principle. Take genuine interest in others. You ask them thoughtful questions about their life or passions, listen intently, and even remember small details they mention. What happens? They walk away feeling valued and heard, and they'll remember you as someone they enjoyed talking to. That's the power of Carnegie's approach. It builds lasting connections effortlessly. But here's where the magic happens, combining the two. For example, say you're leading a team. You use the Four Agreements to manage your emotions and approach challenges with clarity and calmness. At the same time, you apply Carnegie's principles to inspire and motivate your team through empathy and encouragement. This combination of inner peace and outward influence creates a powerful synergy. You're not just navigating life, you're thriving, both personally and socially. I've personally found immense value in both of these books. The Four Agreements has helped me cultivate inner peace and stay true to myself, while How to Win Friends and Influence People has improved my social interactions and relationships. If you're looking for personal growth and inner transformation, The Four Agreements is a must-read. If you want to enhance your social skills and build stronger connections, dive into How to Win Friends and Influence People. Ultimately, both books offer unique insights and practical advice that can enrich your life in different ways. I highly recommend reading both to get a well-rounded perspective on personal development. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which book resonated with you more and why? Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, happy reading and stay empowered.